And we begin this afternoon from the aviation sector. The Ghana Civil Aviation Authority, GCAA, has cautioned Delta Airlines against using its aircraft with registration number N195DN for flights to Accra. The caution to the airline follows events of August 1, 2022, in which the aircraft was forced to return to gate due to a technical problem. Now, the GCAA said following the incident, it conducted an investigation to ascertain the circumstances that led to such an occurrence. The investigation concluded that, we'll show you on your screen, the crew reported a fuel imbalance with the left main tank. The inbound crew experienced the same issue on the flight leg to Accra, that is on the 31st of July, 2022. This was the same aircraft that had to return to JFK on the 25th of July, 2022, a few hours after takeoff from JFK, and which was widely reported on various media outlets. Now, GCAA knows that with the negative reportage about the flight, they expected that Delta Airlines would have thoroughly investigated the issue to arrive at the root cause of the failure before dispatching the aircraft on flights. Rather, the aircraft was flown within the United States a number of times and then dispatched again to Accra, only for the problem to reoccur. The authority found that unacceptable, hence the temporary denial of Delta aircraft with the registration number N195DN entry into Ghana. Well, let's make sense of the latest developments. Joining us on Zoom, aviation expert Sean Mendes. Good afternoon to you, Sean. Your reaction to this move by the Ghana Civil Aviation Authority?
Thanks, Daryl. Well, I think GCA is doing exactly what their job is. They are the safety regulator in Ghana, and it's their job to ensure that all aircraft operating in Ghana are properly certified and are safe. This particular Delta Airlines aircraft, N195 Delta November, has in the last month or so had at least 3 and possibly as many as 5 major incidents which have resulted in the aircraft being grounded or diverted. Some of those have been on flights to Accra, some have been on flights to Prague and Lisbon. So this is not something that's isolated just to problems happening on the Ghana route. There was something wrong with that aircraft for sure. I don't doubt that Delta is trying to get to the bottom of what the issue is, but GCA had requested Delta after the incident on 1st of August to provide them with the root cause analysis of what was causing these problems, as well as details of the remedial action. My understanding is that Delta has delayed in providing that response to Ghana Civil Aviation Authority. And until Ghana Civil Aviation Authority is satisfied that the appropriate action has been taken by Delta, they are perfectly within their rights. And in fact, they're exercising their responsibilities by ensuring that aircraft does not continue to operate to Ghana in the interim.
You point out that Delta, no doubt, would try to get to the bottom of this, but does the airline have any excuse, any way to explain this, or it was just being negligent or careless?
Delta has a fleet of over 100 767s, and they've got over 40 years of operating this type. So no airline knows the 767 better than Delta does. They are definitely not negligent in any way, shape, or form. They have a perfect safety record with the 767, but it is a machine, and machines break, and sometimes to fix them, you don't always are not always able to see what exactly went wrong. You know what the problem was, you don't know what the symptom of that was. And in this particular case, with the fuel imbalance, it's very hard to troubleshoot this unless the aircraft is dispatched with a full fuel tank on long flights. So I can understand why it's taken Delta a while to do this. That, of course, is no excuse. I don't believe there was ever an active safety issue with regards to the way the events unfolded on the flights, despite some media reports. However, that is no excuse, once again, to not rectifying the fault. And I'm very sure that Delta is taking the steps, if they haven't already. They have just delayed in communicating this properly to Ghana Civil Aviation Authority, which has led GCA to take the steps they have.
And you indicate that this particular aircraft has plied other routes aside from Accra. But there is the perception that some international airlines lower standards when it comes to service delivery in Africa. Does this feed into that perception?
I think the perception may be there, but the reality is that, while the planes being used to Accra right now are older ones. These are not unsafe or less comfortable than any of the other aircraft in Delta's fleet. A 25-year-old plane that is maintained well is far safer than a 2-year-old plane that is not maintained well. The reason Delta operates the 767s to Ghana is that, quite simply, they have a very large number of them, over 100. And this plane is the right size with the right range to be able to make the flight between JFK and Accra safely and profitably. So I don't think it has anything to do with that. This plane in the this particular plane, which has been banned from Ghana in the last 1 week, has operated to Dakar, to Prague, to Edinburgh, and to Lisbon. So this is definitely not something that they're just sending it to Ghana because it is substandard. It operates throughout Delta's network, domestically as well as to Europe and to Asia. And it's just unfortunate that it's had multiple problems, and 2 of those highly publicized ones were on the Ghana route in the last 1 month.
And, well, how significant is this move, though, by the GCAA? Would it make other airlines start to rethink the approach when it comes to, ensuring that there is safety, ensuring that their aircraft are also on point, top-notch?
I think every single airline that operates to Ghana, or indeed operates anywhere in the world, has safety as their top priority. So I think what GCAA, as I said, this is not really a safety issue as much as it's a case of Delta not complying with the requirements and the request of GCAA to give them the details of what went wrong and what they've done to fix it. GCAA needs to be satisfied that Delta has taken the steps. Delta has delayed on that for reasons best known to them, and I'm sure that once they're able to provide GCAA with this is what went wrong, this is what we did to fix it, GCAA will be satisfied. But I don't think there are any safety questions about Delta or indeed any other airline flying to Ghana. And a part of that is the credit to GCAA and the good job that they do monitoring the Ghana aviation sector.
Great. And so how do you anticipate this plays out and when eventually will we see this temporary ban lifted?
Well, Delta, as I said, has over 100 aircraft of this type. So while 1 aircraft is banned from Ghana, the rest of the fleet is perfectly, is continuing to serve the route between JFK and Accra. And that will continue for now. I think, as was noted in the letter, that once Delta is able to put the paperwork together and explain to GCAA, look, this was the sensor that was faulty, or this was the pump that was faulty, or whatever the root cause of the problems were, and this is what we've done to replace it. You can see the data. It's now flown, 14 days without any issues on long-haul flights. That GCAA will indeed lift that suspension. And as I said, that's exactly the way things are supposed to go. Aircraft will have problems. They should be grounded until those problems are fixed. And GCAA and Delta are acting responsibly to ensure that it is done for the safety of the traveling public.
All right. Sean Mendes, great to talk to you this afternoon. I appreciate your time. Aviation expert there, Sean Mendes, speaking to us on the story we have been reporting about Delta Airlines aircraft being temporarily banned by the Ghana Civil Aviation Authority. Like he points out, hopefully things will be resolved. Plus, Delta has a number of fleets, so if your Delta airline is your favorite airline, you don't have a problem. There's always an aircraft to replace that one that has been grounded. Well,